Hello, good afternoon. Just give you guys a little update what's going on. I've been getting a lot of calls and flack from membership about the food hampers and the distribution and the security line, the security that were checkpoints on the reserve, like on an entrance to the nations. Like I said before, it's just more of a safety precaution for your safety. We don't want to bring an outbreak to the nation. We want to do precautionary measures to ensure you guys are safe. There's no reason to get mad. Be respectful to your fellow man. When it comes to the food hampers, I'm getting a lot of calls that we're not happy. That it's not entitlement, people. You got to understand. How did you guys make out a month ago? How did you guys survive till this point? You got to realize that this is not a gift or financial windfall. It's an emergency that we're trying to do to help you guys out. This calling, swearing, getting mad, going bashing on Facebook, that ain't gonna do no good. I thought we were dented people. I thought we're hardworking and self-sufficient. When we're in a crisis, we should be there for each other. I remember our people made it this far, up to this point in life prior to the bomb range. If you follow our history, you know who we are. All of us worked, all of us got along. There was no welfare, there was no handouts, gives-outs. Why is it now all of a sudden that there's entitlement? Everybody thinks it's a financial windfall. It's not. We are doing the best we can with the dollars that are allocated right across Canada for the First Nations. We are underfunded. That's plain and simple. If you go to any nation right across Alberta, they'll tell you the same thing. They're underfunded. We are just trying to help the best we can. If you don't need it, then don't take it. Simple. Save it for the next family that does. But be respectful. If you guys want mine, take mine. I don't. I have enough food to live. I live small. I don't need it. I don't need a whole lot. But you guys are more than welcome to take mine. There's just no need for all this hatred towards the people that are trying to help, and simple things. If you don't want it, don't take it. And remember, where did we come from? I remember my dad telling me stories where nobody handed out, nobody gave nothing to nobody. Back in the day, everybody worked. They got along. Remember that. In these times, you got to remember who you are, where you come from. And it's pretty sad when you hear all the flack and everybody blaming chief and council about this, that. Is it our fault? No, but according to you, it is. It's probably our fault it's cold. It's probably our fault it snowed, and the list goes on. But that being said, there's no reason to get mad. We're trying our best to do what we can. No use getting mad at the team, at our emergency response teams that are working over here. They're doing it. They're trying to do the best we can to keep you guys safe. We're trying to do what's best for the nation, for all your members. That being said, we're also like to take into consideration that suggestions. If you think it's not enough, feel free to write positive comments on how we could stretch those dollars out to make those food hampers better, how we could help. You guys are the ones that are out there. We're here too, but we don't know what you guys like to eat. Put something in there. Put some positive spin on this negative situation. Help. Everybody's here to help. Instead of bashing and complaining, why don't you guys just start to help? Call in, do what you can. That's the way it should be. That's the way the Denny way would be. I just like to see. Just like to ask you guys to just be more respectful to your fellow man, respectful to the workers, and plain and simple. If you don't want what's being offered, don't take it. It's on you. It's not a financial windfall, like I said. Just get by and try to help out. If you don't need it, just pass it on to the next guy. That's all you gotta do, man. Be kind to each other in these times. And that being said, maybe Gina would like to say something.
Hi, everybody. I want to commend our Chief Roger Martin. In the last since I began working with him and seeing how he has his way with people, he's kind, he's patient, he's understanding. And as for me, I get to a point where I have no tolerance for people who whine and complain. And I say that because we all have a story. We all know where we come from. And it was taught to us, if you want something, you go to work for it. And if you can't work for it, then you go to school for it. But it's about helping yourselves. I have to commend some of the elderly people because they have shown nothing but kindness towards us. We've been getting phone calls. Geez, it's a tough job you have. I wish the young people would know what it's really like to live without anything. And these are our elders who are still alive today. Imagine the ones who have gone before us, what they would say today. It's about being kind, being humble, and being resourceful. If you're struggling, ask for help. Getting mad is not going to get you your way. I said from the moment that I was elected and brought into leadership that we have to do a paradigm shift. That mentality of having everything given to you has to be stopped because it wasn't always like that. If you had problems or you were struggling with something, you could reach out and ask, but you don't have to be demanding. We are all the ones who have treaty status. You have a silver spoon in your mouth because your education is paid for. That alone, other people don't have. And we're doing everything. We're promoting education, even online. We were talking to TCVI about people who are not working right now, how we can get them more training online. We're doing a lot of stuff, and it's not only upsetting to myself, but to the people who are putting their heart and soul in this. Right now we have drug dealers are being told you can't come in, and yet they're coming in. And we gave you the statistics of how many people who have drugs running through their homes. We have the numbers of child welfare. All of those things are still happening today. We need to come together as a nation, and not only at funerals. And that already has been taken care of us. We lose a loved one, there will be no gatherings. That person will die alone and will be buried alone. That's what we're dealing with. And I'm very passionate because my daughter Sarah is a frontline worker. Right now as we speak, she's working 12-hour shifts in an ICU and having to reuse her PPE. That is wrong. So people, you can go set a snare. We've got frozen fish. You can do stuff, and we have to work together. That's the bottom line, and I don't know what else to say, but now is the time. Maybe you sign up and take some classes, do something. Get your fingers working hard on a computer so you could actually walk away with a certificate or with a diploma during this time. Because you can, because you're treaty, you got status. You're eligible to have that done for you. And I just want to thank the ladies at the call center. You should see their faces. And these are our sisters, our nieces. These are our selotine that are being yelled at. You guys got to stop. It's very shameful, all right. And I'm not going to take it on, just so that you know, because I believe that each and every one of us can go out there and be productive community members. And that's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's pretty well much all I have to say. Is just be respectful. You know, we're doing our best we can under these circumstances, and there's no reason to get mad or be upset. You know, I'm upset because I can't do more. We're upset because we can't help more. Our hands are tied. You know, just remember who we are. Just remember where we come from. Back in the day, like I said, everybody was there to help each other. Now it's just everybody's bashing each other. It's not a time to bash people. It's a time to get along, try to do the best, help your neighbor. You know, if you have any suggestions on how to make it better, please call in, help us out. You know, any suggestion would help to make it better would be the best way to go. Rather than, instead of getting some negative, let's get some positive calls in there and some good suggestions. Like, you know, I've reached out to people when they called and help make it better. That's what we said. Sure, we're chief and council, but we also work for you guys. You guys call on, help us out. You guys are the ones out there too. You know, the blame does not really fall on us at this table, but it also falls on each and every one of us to be kind to each other. That's one of the reasons I think we sit here as tables, try to get just try to get along, man. That's all I'm saying is we sit here to do the best we can under these circumstances. Nobody saw this coming. It's unfortunate, yes, but at the same time too, we got to try to get through this together. The key word now is together. We're all in this. Whether you're in Edmonton, Ontario, right across Canada, right across the world, we're in this together. So my message today is get along, kind words, be respectful to one another. Masicho, have a good day.
Masicho.
Mm-hmm.